So I'm going to bring in reinforcements to help us communicate that message, and I'm pleased to have them with us today. And I want to thank very much two great New Yorkers, two great performers, Rock and Rosie Perez, who are going to join us, and I want to thank them very much. They're going to help communicate this. They're going to do advertisements for the state, and they're going to help communicate this message that it's important for an individual's health, for a family's health, and it's important for all our health. We're one family in New York, one family in Brooklyn, one family in Queens, one family in New York City, and do it for the good of the family. Rosie, it's great to be with you again. Chris, I'm so glad that you're here. I can't thank you guys enough, and we'd love to hear from you, whichever one wants to start.
Ladies?
Oh, thank you, Chris.
There you go.
He's such a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
It's an honor, and it's really good to be here with my friend, my fellow Brooklynite, Rock, and of course, our fantastic governor, Cuomo, who has been such an amazing leader during this crisis. You know, and I'm proud to be partnering with the governor to make sure that my hometown, my borough, my beloved borough, Brooklyn, and all of New York, most impacted communities have their resources. They need to stop the spread of this virus and to help spread the word about what we all have to do to beat this virus. In Brooklyn, there's a saying, spread love the Brooklyn way. And I want to extend that to not just the outer boroughs, to the tri-state area, but to all of America and to all the world. Spreading love the Brooklyn way means respecting your neighbors, respecting your communities. And the way you can do that is by getting tested, wearing a mask. That says, I love you and you love me. I respect you and you respect me back. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who you're going to vote for. All I care is that we get out of this pandemic as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. Over 100,000 deaths is just incredibly heartbreaking. And we can lower these numbers. We're already doing it. And I wish the media would show how effective the governor has been in spreading this message of wearing a mask and keeping social distancing. And for those who are not adhering to the guidelines, just know that you're not just disrespecting yourself, you're disrespecting your loved ones, your communities, your neighbors, everyone. So please spread love the Brooklyn way. Get tested, wear a mask, and let's help fight this virus. We could do it. We could do it. We will rise up. We will stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. New York, stand up. America, please stand up and be safe. Thank you so much. And I just want to say that our governor is a rock star, and he makes me proud to be from New York.
Oh, thank you very much. You guys are the rock stars. I'm just a fan. Thank you so much. Rosie, thank you so much. Chris?
Yes, thank you. I watch you every single day, and you bring me calm. You know, you bring me joy. Didn't Anita Baker sing that? You bring me joy every single day, because I don't know what's going on. I thought I lived in the United States. I thought I lived in a country, and now I realize we have 50 countries, essentially. Right now, we're in the country of New York. I want to say I got the test today. I just got tested to come out here. I got a 65, so just
passed.
Just passed. I'm actually, we haven't been able to perform or do any shows or anything. I'm looking at this microphone right here. I'm like, wow. Can I just say hi, microphone? I really missed you. I know it's been hard, but we're going to get back together at some point, and it's going to be even better than the last time, microphone. I will never take you for granted. People need to get tested, and people need to make it a festive occasion. They need to posse up and get tested. Like all the crew is getting tested. And the family should get tested. And, if you love your grandmother, if you love your elderly mother, your elderly anybody, you should get tested. And it's not just, it's wherever there are poor people, really. It's wherever people are congested. So, yes, it's in East New York. Yes, it's in Brownsville. But, it's also in Garrison Beach. It's also in Marine Park. It's also, so everybody that can get tested should get tested as soon as possible. And I'm just so, Governor called me up, and I'm here to do whatever is required. And, I hope to God that when this is over, you're still a part of the government. I hope this isn't the last, it's like, oh, it's over. No, I hope this keeps going on.
I hope so, too.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Oh, excuse me, Governor. I also would like to say that to mi gente, oye, wear a mask, please. The numbers in our communities are staggering. This is not a joke. This is not a hoax. This is real. This is real deal Holyfield. So please, mi gente, love each other and love yourselves. Get tested, wear a mask.
Get tested, wear a mask. It's like when the doctor prescribes antibiotics. He says, take the whole prescription, and if you stop, whatever you came in there for is going to come back worse. So social distancing is what was the prescription. And we need to take the whole dose, or else it's going to get worse.
So true. So well said. And look, it is a new thing, right? This wear a mask thing. It's just a couple of months when you think about it. Nobody heard about it before that. You'd watch TV once in a while, you'd see people in China wearing masks, but nobody did it here, right? So it is introducing a whole new concept to people. And it's not only making it okay, it's making it not okay to not wear a mask. Not wearing a mask is not okay. And that has to be the culture, and that has to be the attitude. It's not okay if you don't wear a mask. It's not okay for you to jeopardize my health. I don't think it's right for you to jeopardize your health, but that's your health. And by the way, you jeopardize your health, you also jeopardize the health of your family when you go home and whoever else you're interacting with, but you don't have a right to jeopardize my health. So it is, as Rosie said, it's respect, it's civic duty, it's humanity. It is New York. New York is 19 million people who start with the premise we can all live together in a very close area, right? Part of that acknowledgement is we're going to respect one another, and we're going to respect each other's space. And we're going to respect each other's air to respecting each other's space, right? We're going to respect each other's air. Wear a mask. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Chris. Questions?
Governor, I want to get the status on this bill the mayor is seeking.
I would just like to say that in regards to his executive order that I'm so happy to hear about authorizing private small businesses to have someone leave if they're not wearing a mask, if we can have that precedent made, it's going to lessen also the anxiety of going into a store. It's going to lessen, hopefully, the fights that are breaking out in stores when someone sees someone without a mask. It's just, there's enough fear that's going around. And wearing a mask, like we've been stating, is not just about respecting yourself or your community and your fellow neighbors, but it's also respecting the store owners, and it's also decreasing the anxiety, because what's coming out of this pandemic, what a lot of people don't talk about, what the governor does talk about, is also the mental illness ramifications of all of this. When you see people lose their temper inside the stores, it's just because everyone's on their last nerves. Getting tested, wearing a mask, practicing social distancing, washing your hands will decrease all of those anxieties. And giving the stores that authorization, I think I hope and pray that it's a positive step forward, so that we don't have to see these crazy YouTube and Instagram videos of people just losing their mind.
Yeah, if I can add, Rosie's exactly right. And I share that thinking 100%. I think this will reduce conflicts. Look, it's the one thing you don't wear a mask and you're walking down the sidewalk. That's one situation. You don't wear a mask and you walk into a small retail store, and now you're exposing people to you without a mask. And they're surprised by this, and they're in a smaller, confined space. That is a conflict waiting to erupt, right? So you don't want to wear a mask? Stay on the sidewalk. Don't socially stay within, try to stay within the social distancing guidelines. But if you go in a store and you know you're going to expose other people, you have to wear a mask. And you're right. That's where you'll see real conflicts.
For Rosie and Chris, what do you see in your neighborhoods in terms of mask wear?
Well, in Brooklyn, I'm seeing probably 40% people wearing masks. You know, just it's the kids really aren't wearing a mask, and you know, it's sad. It's sad that it's become that our health has become, you know, a sort of political issue. You know, it's almost it's a status symbol almost to not wear a mask.
What are you hoping to accomplish through this partnership?
I'm just hoping to help. You know, I have complete trust in the governor, and you know, we're soldiers for New York. This is it's 100,000 dead Americans, and I will go wherever I'm called.
People speak out in the neighborhood, self-policing within the community, people giving others a hard time if they're not wearing masks.
You see that a little bit. But most people, New York, try to mind their business.
Yeah.
Have you spoken out to other people in the neighborhood?
No, I haven't. I give a nice side eye.
I try to bring some levity into the equation, and I say, hey, do the right thing. Put your mask on. Come on, people. But, I also see what really boggles my mind. We talk about how the communities of color, communities of low income and poor, when you step into the communities that are affluent, where you see hipsters and yuppies walking around without a mask, I go, what is it? Is it arrogance? Is it an arrogant, defiant act that you're doing? Do you think that you are not going to be affected? Okay, fine, that's your thing, but you're affecting me too. And that I really do not understand, and people are not talking about that. We're encouraging Latinos and African Americans to wear a mask, that come from, low-income communities. Well, you know what? Everyone needs to get on board. Everyone, put your arrogance aside, put your ego aside, and come together. The governor said it's about humanity. So if anything that I could do, be a cheerleader, let Chris tell a few jokes to get people put a mask on, we will do whatever we can to be part of this campaign.
Yeah, also just to reinforce Rosie's point, this is predominantly an issue with younger people. I think part of it is the way this was communicated initially. It was initially communicated, don't worry if you're a young person, this is only about old people and young people won't get it. That turned out not to be 100% true, but I think that was the first message that went out there. I remember there was a video that went all over the place about a young guy who was in Florida partying, and he's on the video and he says, yes, coronavirus, young guys don't get it, only old people get it. I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. I'm going to go when they were partying down on the Florida beach.
And now he's dead.
You can't find that video anymore. But I think that's the way it came out. And so part of this is correcting that. And it's not just one community or another. I think it's young people all across the board, And plus they're young. They're superheroes. They're Superman, Superwoman. Nothing can affect them. And even, which is not true, but even if it were true, you can kill your mother, your father, or your grandparents or whoever you happen to come across. Let's take one more
Governor,
because they have to get to work.
right now,
I
New
can
York
sit here all
City
day.
has the same amount of
Just
deaths.
excuse me one second. Anyone didn't ask a question?